So yeah, it's totally gone. Looks like I'll be buying a new Insta. I'll probably put it at the start. I don't find it because I don't want you wasting your time. Good morning guys. Today we're heading out to sea in an attempt to try and find my Insta360 camera. Now I only bought this camera in September of this year. It cost me 500 quid, but that's not the worst part. The worst part is the SD card that was in it has the original footage from the dolphin encounter at the Forth bridges and it's not backed up. So in order to max out our chances of finding it, I'll be using an underwater drone or an ROV. We're going to be connecting to our Garmin watch that was worn at the time that we lost the camera. So that's enough chatting, let's get to it. Phew. Before we start, I'm going to run you through the Garmin Connect software, which is really handy if you've lost something. Just type into Google Garmin Connect. If you've got a Garmin watch, you'll have to log in, but this is me already logged in straight away. We can come up to the top left here, go down to activities, and just click on that, all activities. So this is some of the stuff I've done. I lost my camera on the 8th of December and I was wearing my watch at the same time. What you can do is come up to the right here and export to Google Earth. So what we'll do now is just go to Google Earth. So in Google Earth, I've already done it there, but I'll do it again. Type in new, import file. Just go to downloads and click on your file you've downloaded. Let it process. There you go. It literally shows you everywhere. So that's us just arriving at Kirkcaldy, and this is what I'm going to do. We're going to use the Google Maps that we set up yesterday and we're just going to drive into our targets. So we've set our targets 1, 2 and 3. So there's the depth there, 6 metres and closing. So I'm hoping it's quite shallow, and if it's really shallow, I've actually got the waders on right now. So we're getting closer, but we're still 4.5 metres of depth, which is too deep to go walking. Yeah, I think it's going to be deep enough anyway, but that's why we brought the ROV. So when we get over our target, before we start laying anchors, I'm just going to have a look with my torch to see what the viz is looking like, because the last thing you want is it to be mucky. Take our kill switch off, so that's us pretty much onto it. We'll just zoom in on this a bit. Oh, there we go. So we're just passing it on our left hand side. So let's see what we have here, see what the water looks like. To be honest, we can just use our light bar at the back. So that's not really helping us. Oh, it's wrong light. Let's see what we're looking at. Oh, it's pretty murky. Balls. Well, makes it a little bit more of a challenge, but it's definitely going to be an ROV job. Let's not hang about, we'll just get moored over it. There we go. Cool. We'll just get our rear anchor ready. So what I'm planning to do is deploy 2 anchors, one bow, one stern, and we'll literally just sit over the target. This doesn't need to be open, this anchor, because it's heavy enough and it's a small boat. Okay, so see our dot there, we just need to come to the left a bit more. So that's us just tight on the bow anchor and we're just going to our left. So I'm just going to let out a little bit of slack, I think, because we don't want to be right over the top of it. So usually when you're going to anchor, you'll anchor either into the wind or into the tide, whichever is strongest. But today, wind's down and tide is a neap, so we don't really need to worry too much about it. So interesting, we're right over the top of it. So now I'm just going past it a bit, and then we're going to drop our rear anchor. So that's the front anchor tight now. Woo! It's a great anchor, that. And we can drop this. In we go. Done. So that's us sitting over the top of it. We're less than 2 metres from the target. So I think that's good enough for me. Cool. Let's do it. I might just chuck the ROV in. Put the GPS on it now. because we're that shallow. It's only 3 metres. If it gets deeper, then I'll put the GPS on. But I really just want to get eyes on the ground and make the most of the tide we've got now. Don't need that right now. There we go. Most importantly, a nice chair. Keep us comfy. Done. Let's get this set up. So this is our underwater drone, but technically they're known as ROVs, which stands for remotely operated vehicle. As you can tell, you don't have to get in the water. We'll get that popped out. Perfect. So connect the battery. It's positive, means you know you've got power. So we'll chuck that in, and that's sealed now. That's good. So simple. How simple is that? That's that set. The longest process is just getting the laptop set up. So we'll chuck this over here. That goes there. If you're buying a blue ROV2, highly recommend getting the spool. Honestly, it'll save you so much drama. I was a cheapskate at the start. I wasn't a cheapskate, it was, you know, it's 800 quid. Couldn't really afford it at the time, but definitely worth it, 100%. The Viz.
Manual flight mode.
Cool. She's good to go. Let's turn the lights on. We have light. So, let's start recording. See what the Viz is like. Oh look, that's quite positive. I'm happy with that. We're going to head, just going to do a seabed survey around here. Let's chuck our depth hold on.
Depth hold flight mode.
Two hours later.
Well folks, we had no luck. Daylight is here. The Viz is actually really good, it's nice and clear, but that's me ran through 2 ROV batteries, and I think I'll call it a day. If it was there I would have found it. I kept running into bits of kelp that I'd seen before. You can see the ROV just there. That's it, just ran out of battery, so I'm just going to recover. It's tough to say where it actually would be now. I mean, I'm sitting right over the spot, and I remember this. I looked at that park over there. So yeah, it's totally gone. Looks like I'll be buying a new Insta. It's a bit disappointing, and to be honest, I'll probably put it at the start. I don't find it because I don't want you wasting your time. If you want to learn about the ROV and that, you can keep watching. But yeah, we're going to pack up and get back to Burnt Island. Thanks for watching guys, see ya.